What up, everybody? Y'all already know who it is. It's Big Mazda Don.
It's Young and Glue, baby.
And we are the impeccable degenerates.
Who else we gonna be?
That's right. Hey, we got a good one for y'all today. You know, we're gonna talk about something that's very, very dear to our heart. And all the motherfuckers that really know, and y'all listen to this, y'all gonna understand why we talking about it, because it's something very impressionable in our childhood, and a lot of people can relate to it. Ain't that right, Young?
Hell yeah, man. This is gonna cut deep for some people.
For some, others probably gonna be like, y'all some fucking nerds.
Well, if you got this far, you at least listen to the ad. You can cut the shit off.
That's right. Listen to the ad, cut the shit off, you know. And every cent counts. You know what I'm talking about. Listen to the ad, cut it off. You know, we trying to get paid out here. No, I'm just playing. But for real, though. So what we got up today, Young?
We can talk about some motherfucking wrestling and shit.
Wrestling. If you from down here, it's called wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Depends on what county you're going to.
You know what I mean? You know, unicorn wrestling. We're a little bit more sophisticated up here in Washington County. It's wrestling. Carter County is wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we're gonna talk a little bit about that today. What it, influence, on our childhood, what it meant to us, and just some memories about the good old wrestling. And we're just gonna divulge in some of our favorite wrestlers and favorite era of wrestling and this and that. So we got a good one. We got a good one going.
First, before we do anything, give a shout out to Tennessee, man.
Oh, they won today. Which they should have. They beat a team they should have.
Wasn't surprised.
I watched some of the game while I was trying to work today. The defense looked a little lackluster. Come on. We got to work on the defense, but the offense showed up today. We did what we were supposed to do, and I'm okay with it.
How you feeling about the next couple games?
Those are also games that we should win, man. We shouldn't lose another game this year.
That's what I was thinking too.
We shouldn't lose another game this year. And so what it's going to come down to is we need TCU or like Ohio State to drop one, or like lose like conference championship game.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily need Georgia to get, to lose in the SEC championship. So if like LSU makes it to the SEC championship and it's like Georgia, it would kind of help us out if Georgia like dog walk them, because that's a team that we beat too, and we looked formidable against Georgia. So I mean, we're the first team on the outside looking in for the playoffs. There's hope, man. There's hope. We just need some things to fall in our place, And if it does, it does, and if it don't, it don't. They've already exceeded my expectations for this year.
Oh yeah.
I thought coming into the season we're probably gonna be like a 3-loss team, and right now we're sitting on 1 loss. So, and for the most of the year we was undefeated. So, and we're top 5 ranked. I have no complaints.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my buddies the other day. He's big into UT football, and we pretty much have the same conversation. He's like, if we don't even go to the playoffs, it's just like this is our best year we've had in a long time.
So. In a long time.
Yeah.
Best year I can remember in a long fucking time. This year has a lot of, magic to the year we won the championship in '98, which was also with a black quarterback. T. Martin. Shout out to T. Martin. But in '97 we got close with Peyton, but that '98 year was special. That was a special year. But yeah, man, we'll see. We're just gonna see how it play out. I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I mean too.
Even if we were to make it into the playoff for the national championship, I don't think it's something that we would be playing for a national championship.
Yeah,
because I don't think we would get into that game. Just because at that point, the level of competition, and we ain't been in that spotlight in a long, long time.
Yeah.
So, but hey, if we can make it into that 4, I'm golden. Even if we don't, I'm cool. But man, I lose my shit if we make it into that 4. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it's gonna be the shit, dude.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Shout out Tennessee.
UTVOLS. Vols.
Or VAWLS, depending on what county you're in.
I'm going to leave that one alone. He said it, not me.
They used to make these fucking shirts and hats that said Vols, like VAWLS, like the Vols. I've been trying to find that shit for years.
Yeah, that's some Northeast Tennessee shit if I ever saw it. We don't say that. We don't say that in Southeast Tennessee or in West Tennessee. And I say we because I'm from both places. I've lived all over this state. I've lived in West Tennessee, Southeast Tennessee, and Northeast Tennessee. We're all we. Yeah, but we don't do that, man. Speaking of Tennessee, man, for some reason in the South, why was wrestling so prevalent amongst people down here? Growing up in the South, it's like it was prevalent. Like if you wasn't watching wrestling, you was pretty much getting made fun of back in the day.
Yeah. I think it goes back to just like, we were talking a couple weeks ago about like SEC football and like, the difference between the SEC versus like, when I was living out west.
It's a way of life down here.
I mean, like UCLA football, like who gives a shit about
Nobody
UCLA
does.
Football? Even the Oregon Ducks. I mean,
football is a way of life down here.
That fan base is not there, and I think that's just. I think that's like a big thing of the South, where it's just like, it's like you support your people and like you go hard in it. And I remember when I was in high school, I found apparently like Hampton football, the Hampton Bulldogs.
Yeah, we played them when I was at
dude. That fanship, like their fan base, it's like
I got called the N-word when we played them motherfuckers.
Shit. But yeah, man, it's just like there's something.
Damn, man, Churchill, Unicoi County,
fuck all them counties,
Elizabethton. Yeah. It gets dirty in the bottom of a football pile, man.
I don't know what it is about Southern people and like sports, but like it's just like that's a whole nother podcast. But I could get into it, but I'm not going to right now. But yeah, man, people get like fucking hog wild about sports here, and
it's a way of life, man. That's what we do. I got my, man. I got my Dallas Cowboy shit on today. I mean. You brought out the Bill Dance Tennessee hat.
Gotta bring it back.
Yeah, you had to run it back for the one time. Got the little Tennessee koozie. I got you. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I forgot my koozie today, but it's all right. We know what we gonna make it. We gonna make it.
I was telling you about that video I was watching today. Like back in the day, like before like WWF happened. It was like all regional kind of wrestling stuff.
NWA. Had all, that's where like Ric Flair, that's where NWA, Ric Flair ran NWA for years. He was NWA champion for years and stuff like that. Like, he had all them regional things, and then like Vince McMahon's daddy bought up them territories and created like the WWF. But I mean, cut you off, but that just sparked that shit in my head.
Yeah, because I was telling you about this this Vice video I watched earlier today, like Andy Kaufman and Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah, Jerry Lawler.
Because I was an Andy Kaufman fan back when I was in like elementary school and stuff. Just seeing this like
Jerry the King Lawler, one of the best intercontinental champions to ever live in the WWF.
Yeah, him and JR, best commentators.
Commentators, yeah.
By
God,
we'll get to that.
Stop the match. He's dead.
Stone Cold brought out a milk truck.
Stop the damn match. He's got a family. Mankind is dead. Undertaker killed Mankind. Fuck you, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, man, just like historically speaking, like I was watching this little Vice snippet of like,
by God,
Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman, like their feud in, I think it was like, what was it, like the late 70s or something like that. And you know, I was like, they both were in on it. You know, like they're just like, how can we make this better? Like, you know, all like the David Letterman appearance, the King giving him 2 pile drivers in a row and taking an ambulance out, wearing that neck brace and everything. That was like the beginning of like wrestling as like when I was a kid growing up watching wrestling. Like
I was about to say that wasn't the beginning of wrestling, but yes,
it wasn't the beginning, but it was like the beginning of the era, the storylines and everything.
Yeah. You know, I can go back into some like I was a big Ric Flair fan. Like I followed Ric Flair's history a lot.
Yeah,
I could take you back a little bit further with some of the things that he was doing in the fucking 70s and, you know, late 60s.
yeah,
And shit, the people that who was mentoring him. You know, Ric Flair got his whole gimmick from one of his fucking mentors that he grew up watching wrestling in like the 40s and 50s.
mm-hmm.
And then he just took that gimmick and he expanded on it with, you know, with the robe, because that dude, Ric Flair wasn't the original Nature Boy.
No.
There was a Nature Boy before that. Ric Flair took it and just blew it up. I'm the Rolex wearing, you know, talking about his whole spiel. Woo! You know, it's just like, and he just took that and made it his own and put his own little twist on it. And he was a major influencer in the game, man. Motherfuckers wanted to be like Ric Flair. Especially motherfuckers where I come from. You know, he had the fucking Rolexes, the fancy ass suits, the chains,
He
the
had those fucking mink
gators,
coats and all that shit
the
too.
mink coats.
Oh, that hit hard.
Yeah. And then, you know, he's talking about all the women he was getting.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what was it? Cloud 9? Cloud 9. I'll take you up to Cloud 9. You know, and like he just, woo! I mean, motherfucker did a lot of coke, but he drank a lot. He was drunk.
He still does.
Not as much, because he almost killed him. He almost died a couple years ago because of that shit. He's gonna cut it back some. He tried to hold. Yeah. He's had a whole big alcohol problem.
Did you watch that match? His last match?
No. I had to go to night. Had to get up at 1:00 in the morning.
I paid for that shit on wherever that service was, and like me and my friend from elementary school. Shout out to Adam. We were just texting.
Fuck
the whole
the
time.
bills. That's for Adam. Anyway, go ahead.
Not that Adam.
Well, still other Adam. Fuck the bills.
But yeah, like me and my buddy Adam, we were just texting the whole time. It's just like, is he gonna die tonight? Because like, you know, like Ric Flair's, he's just like,
motherfucker's 72 years old. He don't need to be out there.
That last match, apparently he drank a bunch of beers before, and that's why he's just like laying on the laying on the
he's
ring.
Probably purple. I seen clips of it. Motherfucker was purple.
Yeah, because he's
fucking
dehydrated.
breathe. Fucking Jay Lethal carried him through that whole match, and people that watch wrestling knows what I'm talking about when I say carry. So it's choreographed. It's like a choreography. It's like choreography. Am I saying that right? I feel
Choreography.
There it is. I feel like fucking Nori on fucking Drink Chaps can't fucking talk right. He's fucking call him he can't get right. But anyway. But yeah, choreography. It's a whole thing, man. It's just like, all right, you take the lead. I'm gonna follow what you're gonna do. They have the whole outline. You know, I'm gonna take these bumps. You gonna take these bumps. But if I start like I follow your lead, like they talk about that shit. Mm-hmm. And that's where people be like, it's fake and it's all this shit. But I'm gonna tell you right now, none of that shit Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy them and Mick Foley them did, that shit was real. Like jumping out of them tacks, falling through that fucking cage from like 30 feet high and all that. Motherfuckers about died them days. and you know that's why that's why fucking Jeff Hardy. You remember the Hardy Boys? That's why fucking Jeff Hardy got fucked up on like painkillers and drugs and shit, cause he had to deal with the fucking pain. All them swanton dives off the fucking Hell in the Cell cage and all that shit. That shit hurts, dog.
Yeah, it's like those early Mankind and what was it, Kane or Undertaker?
Undertaker. That's when it was Mankind and Undertaker. That's when JR is like, by God, he's dead. Stop the damn match. He has a family. That's when he went. That's when Undertaker choke slammed him through the fucking steel cage. And then you later found out the steel cage wasn't supposed to fucking give, but it fucking gave. It was like both of them were 300 pounds plus. It's over 700 pounds on it was 350 plus. Over 700 pounds on top of that fucking steel case. The first time I ever did Hell in the Cell match. They Mick Foley and Undertaker both has talked about this in interviews. When they got up there, they could hear the fucking pins and the springs popping out of the fucking cage, you know, popping, bing, bing, bing. Mm-hmm. And like Undertaker didn't want to do it. And Mick Foley's like, do it, motherfucker, do it. You know, you're a bitch if you don't do it. You don't call Undertaker fucking bitch. So Undertaker fucking did it. Undertaker thought he killed him. Like, that's why, if you go back and watch that match and you look, Undertaker looked the fuck away. Because he's like, oh, fuck, he's fucking dead. I fucking killed him. Because he was unconscious for it. Mick Foley was knocked the fuck out. His fucking tooth went through his fucking nose.
Oh shit, I remember
like,
that one.
Yeah, like it was bad. He and then he came to and they was gonna stop the match. He's like, hell no, we finishing this shit. Mick Foley's a G, dog.
Dude, I read
he's crazy, but he's a G.
I read his books, man. Like 2 of his books. They were very long, but like I read his books because like
he got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, and I remember there's one Hell in the Cell match that he did where he jumped off the top of that motherfucker and did like a fucking
elbow. He did like an elbow. A drop elbow from the top of it.
Was it Undertaker that did that too?
Yes. That was the same fucking match. Yeah, after he about died, he went up there and tried to kill himself again. See, matches like that made Undertaker uncomfortable. I've watched documentaries, dog. That's why I'm getting this info from. I'm that type of dude. But them matches like that made Undertaker uncomfortable. But he also realized the business and what. That's why to me, I think the Attitude Era was the best era in wrestling ever.
Dude, it was so fucking good because
man, you had Undertaker, Kane, Stone Cold, The Rock, Mankind, like, and they call you all kinds of sons of bitches. And remember when it used to come on after the Monday Night Raw used to come on right before the Man Show. Remember that shit on when it was on like, TNN?
It was like 9 o'clock and then like 11 o'clock would be the Man Show.
Yeah, it was on when it was on TNN. Yep. Yeah, I remember that shit, man. That was it was good shit.
The Attitude Era was like, you know, that's when I started watching wrestling because I think I started watching wrestling. I think it was like 5th grade, and I can't do the math right now, but I started watching wrestling.
It was a long ass fucking time ago. So let's see. I'm gonna make you feel real old. I was in the 5th grade in the year 2000. That would have mean you was in the 5th grade in 1999.
99, yeah, like 98, 99.
Old bitch. Old fucking bitch. Old gray haired motherfucker. I'm the one with the gray hair. I got more gray. How does that happen? I got more gray hair than you in my beard and in my. That's why I wear hats when we do this shit. Because I got all this fucking gray hair. I look like. Never mind. That's going to be racist. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. That's going to be racist to me and my people. We're not gorillas. I love my people, and I would never put us down like that. I wouldn't.
I'm starting to get like
never put us down like that.
I'm starting to get like mini gray hairs in my beard.
I got it here, and I got it all over here. And like, what the fuck?
I give you about 10 years for your whole head's white.
Yeah, man. Hey, I gotta. We could be cousins, man. I got some Native American in me too. They used to come. They used to call me runs with deer in kindergarten.
Anyways, attitude era, baby.
Listen. Everybody got silent. I don't mean nothing by nothing, man. I'm just out here. But that's a true story, though, man. That was a fucking true story. They said, Marcus, your name and your Native American name would be runs with deer, and I took that for the longest time. I went to my granddaddy with that because that's where the Indian, the Native American blood comes from. He was like, who the hell told you that bullshit?
Dude, when I was growing up as a kid, I was like, I'm from Alaska, and there was like, did you live in an igloo? I had to listen to that shit from kindergarten up to like 9th grade.
First of all,
sometimes even 10th grade.
First of all, Alaska ain't Antarctica. Second of all, I mean, they live in houses up there, I would presume.
They do.
They
do live in houses up there.
I mean, it's not like the whole land is a frozen tundra, like the melting continent of Antarctica due to global warming, but we're not getting into that. It's not the North Pole where supposedly Santa Claus live. It's fucking Alaska. It's close enough, but I mean, yeah, it's dark up there for like 6 months out of the year. And, there's some interesting... I watched an Alaskan frontier shit. There's some interesting motherfuckers that live up there. I ain't gonna lie. But them motherfuckers know how to survive. We're gonna get off that. That's for a different episode. But I'm gonna just say, right here on fucking Impeccable Degenerates, you don't want to fuck with them Alaskan motherfuckers. They know how to... Them motherfuckers will fight a... Them motherfuckers will fight a bear. Like there's no fear in them.
That big old brown grizzly too.
There's no fear in them motherfuckers.
You know what, man? Like, I don't even think I told you this, but
I think that's why he got into wrestling. He was up there wrestling the damn grizzly bears.
No, the origin of Young Igloos, because like my whole life, everybody's like, "Did you live in an igloo?" And I'm just like, I'm owning that shit now.
Hell yeah.
Bitch.
Hell yeah. That's why I call myself Big Miles, because everybody was like, you're fat. I'm like, I know. So I'm big. And then Miles is acronym on my name. The Don. I'm the Don of being fat.
You know what's funny about that? When you told me that, you told me that like a few weeks ago. But one of my buddies who like started to listen to the pod, he's like, Mastodon. Oh yeah. Ancient archaeology.
Exactly, man. It's a bar. It's a bar. And no one's ever really realized that shit before. I'm on some higher intellectual shit sometimes.
Attitude error, baby.
Without meaning to. We digress. So, this is what we do. This is what we do. But yeah, attitude error, man. Thanks for bringing me back to that. But
had all the video games, man. That's like the big thing too. Because I had N64.
No Mercy.
What was it?
Fucking No Mercy's my shit.
And then there's WCW versus NWO Nitro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting
Ultimate Warrior.
I'm getting
Ric Flair.
I'm getting the goosebumps again. That means it's a gut thing. That's a GOODT. Gut. And when you was playing it, you was gonna have a gat. That was a good ass time. Hell yeah. Can we get some shirts with that on there? Hell yeah.
Well, we might as well.
Yeah. First of all, people who watch us, research that shit and let us know if that's copyrighted or not. And back to our regular programming.
What's up, bitches?
Yeah. But no, man, like, so do you remember WCW? I remember it. Do you remember this is before the Attitude era. This when Stone Cold was in WCW. He had long blonde hair. They called him Stunning Steve Austin. You remember that shit?
No, man, I came in after that.
Oh, shit. I remember because it used to come on Saturdays. I remember when Triple H was on WCW as Hunter Worth Hemsley. And that's where the whole Triple H, he had Hunter Hemsley, yeah, whole Triple H thing. I met Triple H, by the way. That motherfucker hands. I got big ass hands. So I'm 5'11". I'm 5'11", 270. Triple H is 6'4", 280. His hands is twice my size.
I believe it, dude.
I've never seen anything like it. I met him backstage. He's cool. Stephanie's a talker. Stephanie like to talk. Triple H is like, Triple H, you know. I was like, do the water thing. I was drunk. I don't think he appreciate that. But yeah, but anyway, I digress.
I don't think I've ever met any pro wrestlers face to face. Now
Well-
that you mentioned it, I don't think I ever have.
I was on a privileged trip. I got to get backstage. Shit, I met John Cena. That's another motherfucker. He's only 6'1". That motherfucker's only a few inches taller than me. I outweigh him, but that motherfucker's fucking huge. He's 6'1", 251 pounds. I'm 5'11", 270. And that motherfucker made me look like a midget. Like that motherfucker's huge. And that's another motherfucker. We got about the same size hands. But he's fucking built, man. He's huge. And I got to talking to some of them folks, and they was like, yeah, he's like top 5 strongest people on the roster. Like, you don't want to fuck with John Cena and like lifting. He'll outlift you any day of the week. They was like, only people like could outlift him was like Mark Henry.
Oh shit, I remember him.
Big Show. You know, some of the bigger dudes. Brock Lesnar. He said, motherfuckers say Brock Lesnar and John Cena is about on the same strength level. As far as strength wise. But Brock Lesnar is fucking beast. Brock Lesnar fights to kill. Brock Lesnar fights for real. Brock Lesnar is a fucking animal. I sound like Paul Heyman right now. Brock Lesnar. But not for real though. You ever watch Brock Lesnar's UFC fights?
No, man.
You know? First of all, did you know Brock Lesnar played in the NFL?
Yeah.
Played for the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, he was practice squad motherfucker, but he was on the fucking team.
Yeah.
He's All-American wrestler in college in Minnesota. All-American wrestler in college. Like real wrestling. Not I'm talking about Olympic style, collegiate style wrestling. All-American wrestler. If I get the story right, I believe he qualified for the Olympics, but he fucked his knee up or some shit like that. And then he went to football. He was All-American. He played All-American in football. He didn't play a lick of football for college. Tried out for the fucking Minnesota Vikings. They signed him to the fucking practice squad. Played for like a season. I think he played in like 1 or 2 games. He got cut. And then he went to UFC, MMA type stuff. Dominated. Won the belt a couple times. Got hurt. Got in some trouble. Roids. Vince McMahon picked him up. He was a beast. So Brock Lesnar came in with John Cena. It was like 2002 was like the change of the guard for like wrestling, because that was like the end of the Attitude Era. All them motherfuckers like The Rock, Stone Cold, they was kind of fading out by like 2001, 2002. 2002 became the John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and the Randy Orton era.
That's about the time where I stopped watching wrestling.
Oh man, it was still good. It was still good. So that era right there, it was still good until about 2008, 2009. That's when they hit the PG era. So between 2002 and 2010, they call that the ruthless aggression era, sparked by John Cena. Those were good years. Those were good years. Very, very good years. That's when Eddie Guerrero was finally getting the recognition he deserved. May he rest in peace. You know, that was JBL. That was good years. That was good wrestling going on right there. About 08, 09 into 2010, that's where it kind of like died for me. And honestly, it hasn't started picking up for me until the last 5 years. Actually, even then it was kind of dry. But since Vince retired and Triple H is in charge, because he's married to Stephanie, who's Vince's daughter.
I know.
Triple H bringing out the old school back. And I watch it's nice. It's nice now. It's all right now. I have hope.
What fucking channel is that shit on now?
So on Friday nights they're on Fox. Monday nights they're still on like USA. And then like their pay-per-views, if you have a paid subscription to the Peacock network,
yeah,
you can watch all the pay-per-views. So they used to have their own network, but called the WWE network. You pay $9.99 a month. It's kind of like Netflix, but you pay $9.99 a month, and you can watch all the pay-per-views and stuff live. You know, but Vince sold that to NBC for like, it was close to $1 billion. Sold it, I think 500 million, something like that. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of millions that he sold that to NBC for, and then Vince got caught up in some adultery scandals, and his 75-year-old ass decided to retire. And he's like handed the ship over to Stephanie and Triple H, and Triple H just took over creative. Stephanie runs the money shit, and it's been some good wrestling. There's been some good wrestling ever since. WWE has they've rebranded themselves to me. Another company, I don't know, AEW. I don't know if you know about that.
No.
the son of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars owns it, and his son Tony Khan runs the company. Fucking rich billionaires, billions on top of billions of dollars they have, and that's where 50-year-old ass Chris. You remember Chris Jericho?
Yeah.
That's where Matt Hardy went there. Jeff Hardy went there. They got a lot of old WWE talent there, but they're doing good work there too. They got a lot of young motherfuckers coming up. Like MJF is gonna be he's gonna be a motherfucker. If he was on WWE, he'd be a fucking superstar. He's already a star, but if he had the push and the credibility that WWE could give to him, that motherfucker would be a superstar. It's just his mic skills, his in-ring skills is okay, but he's just like a natural heel. You know, his mic skills, he reminds me of like, I'm going to throw some names up and see if you remember. He reminds me of young Chris Jericho mixed with a with a young Edge or a Christian. No, not Edge, but young Chris Jericho and a Christian. Yeah.
I remember Christian.
Yeah. Yeah. Christian's on. He's on AEW. 45 years old. He go by Christian Cage now. Yeah. 45 years old up there. Damn, we old, dog.
No,
yeah.
no, we're not.
Yeah, we ain't there yet. But yeah, we getting there though. But yeah, man, this is like there's a lot of changes, man. Like, I don't want to dwell on too much on the new stuff, but shit, this The Rock's cousin Roman Reigns, this motherfucker's been champion for 2.5 years, killing it as a heel, killing it. And that wasn't Vince's idea. That was Triple H's idea. And he's been fucking killing it. Been the top star. Killing it. Killing it. And motherfuckers used to hate him. Now they love him. Because Vince was trying to push him. Trying to make him like The Rock is a good guy. Is a baby face. And we was always like, don't John Cena us. Because that's how John Cena was. John Cena was killing it as heel. They turned him babyface, and then they kept him babyface, and then he got boring.
Dude, do you remember Booker T?
5-time
WCW champion, baby.
5 times.
The Spinneroonie.
Yeah.
What's his fucking brother's name?
Harlem
Heat.
Stevie Ray.
Yeah.
Harlem Heat. Stevie Ray.
I used to play, WWF used to have a card game back in the day. And
yeah, I remember that.
And the you'd have like one deck for like one wrestler. I chose Booker T, and like I still got this fucking card set at my mom's house. And like there's like a Spinneroonie card where he still
Booker T still works for WWE.
Yeah, dude, Booker T like five-time WCW champion.
5 times, and he hit that Spinneroonie on your ass.
Me and my buddy Jamin, we used to just like
he get them 5 times. 5 times.
we used to like do that and like try to like do the dance stuff on the floor. We could never do that. This was like I was like
I never tried Spinneroonie. That you got one up.
It's like
me.
6th or 7th grade. We tried to do that shit. We'd be like,
no, I knew from the bat that I couldn't do that.
We'd be in the basketball gym. We'd like be like 5-time WCW champion, sucker, and then like
sucker.
I try to spin around.
Hey,
we couldn't do shit.
Hey, you ever watched when he was in WCW? I don't know if you watched it live, but have you ever seen the reel or the clip? The reel or the clip? Mean Gene Okerson, may he rest in peace, was interviewing him and is talking about Hulk Hogan, and Booker T fucked up, and he was saying something that's like, Hogan, we're gonna get you, nigga. Stevie Ray was like, and then his wife Charmaine was like, and then like Booker T realized he fucked up, and then he went like this, and he was Mean Gene was cool. He was, and this was blah blah blah. He just finished the segment, but yeah, he wasn't supposed to say that shit.
Do you remember Bubba Ray and Devon?
Devon, get the table. 3D. Yeah, I remember that shit. Shout out to my buddy Jason, man. That's what we used to call ourselves, was Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley.
Yeah, I like to give a shout out to my friend Devin. We used to watch that shit too, and I was like, Devon, what's up, big dog?
Devon, go get the table. That's the only thing though, man. Why send the black dude go get the table? Bubba, you go get the table sometimes.
Man, the Attitude Era, that's something special, man.
Remember when they brought in Spike Dudley? Spike Dudley?
Oh man, I don't know if I can remember that.
That was WCW. They brought in Spike Dudley. He was a little skinny dude, about this big around. You know, they brought him in for like comedy effect and stuff. But yeah, man, I remember all that shit, man. I remember I remember Billy Kidman Cruiserweight Championship matches in WCW. I remember Rey Mysterio Jr. and Billy. That was some epic matches between them two for the Cruiserweight Championship. I remember in WCW when motherfuckers wasn't really paying attention to Eddie Guerrero. And I remember watching Eddie Guerrero as a kid. It was like, that motherfucker's about to be something. And then when he left WCW and went to WWE, although he was on the steroids a little bit, that's what gave him cardiac arrest. But he was on the steroid and he blew the fuck up. And when he beat Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship, back there, what it was 2004, 2003, 2004. I was like, finally, this motherfucker is getting the recognition that he finally fucking deserves because he's a fucking superstar.
Yeah, man, like the LWO and everything, like especially when Rey Mysterio came in and this other dude's name I can't remember.
Conan.
No. There's Conan, but there's like another dude who like did the whole kind of lucha libre.
He's on.
He dressed up like a scorpion.
Yeah, he's a commentator on AEW now.
Yeah, because he kind of reminded me of like a person from Mortal Kombat. I can't remember what his fucking name was.
And I know who you're talking about. He still wears the same getup. He's a commentator on AEW now.
Dude, so like years ago, I went to Mexico City, and I think it was like the night before I was supposed to go back home. We went to go see a lucha libre match downtown.
Hey, and they go hard.
Dude,
they go so fucking hard.
Dude, this lucha libre match that like we saw, I think it was like 2 hours. It was like the coolest thing ever fucking seen.
They go hard.
Oh my fucking God, man. Like they would have like the dude walking with popcorn and beer.
That's where Ray come up on the lucha libre style.
Yeah, I mean like the lucha libre, they're doing all the acrobatics. They're like jumping from the top thing and doing flips and everything. Like that was like the most impressive like thing I've seen in a very long time.
Man, them motherfuckers go hard, man. Like I've never seen lucha libre in live action. I've always wanted to, cause I know that would blow my mother. Bro, I want to go to Japan. What do you know about Japan wrestling? Oh, that style of wrestling. Oh, bruh. They put lucha libre style wrestling and put it on steroids. I mean, not like steroids. I'm just saying, like, take the acrobatic shit and then throw some like crazier shit into it. Like, them motherfuckers wrestle. Like, that's some good shit. Japan wrestling, that's some good shit. That's good shit. They take it serious and they ain't scared to take bumps. That's some good shit, man. It's good shit. Only thing about like WWE and all that, AEW and all that, only thing I will say, the wrestling is good. It's improved. The technique, the styles these people use. GOODT is good. All that's good. Some of the storylines are fucking trash. It's fucking trash.
Dude, this whole Attitude Era, man. Like we kind of.
That's why the Attitude Era had everything.
We came up in that era, that time where it's just like, dude, the best. One of my favorite. What do you call it?
Segments.
Not segments, but like the best rivalry was Stone Cold and Kurt Angle.
Dude. The milk and the beer. Yeah.
The milk truck.
Yeah.
The milk truck. I remember watching that. It was like Monday Night Raw. It was like, that's the last thing you saw.
Yeah. That Stone Cold was the fucking shit. One of my favorite rivalries from then was Stone Cold and The Rock.
Oh, God. That was one of the best ones.
Because Stone Cold had kind of solidified himself as the top guy. The Rock started, he had to climb the ladder a little bit. And then he was about right here. And then he got on even kill with Stone Cold. And their chemistry together, when they would work, I've never seen anything like it. It's like they knew what the other person was going to do, say. It was seamless and it felt real. And like Stone Cold hit The Rock with a stunner. The Rock would do some like weird acrobatic shit after he got hit with it. Did you know they had bets? They would bet like cases of beer. The Rock was like, I bet you a case of beer when you hit me with a stunner tonight. I won't have the best sell ever. You know, I'll bet you a case of beer. And if it wasn't a good sell, Stone Cold gave him a case of beer and they drank it together. And then, you know, like that was fucking cool as fuck. Like they had a brotherhood back then. I feel like nowadays everybody's like competing for spots. Who can make the most money? Them motherfuckers, yeah, they wanted to make the most money, but at the same time, it's like a understanding. It's like a brotherhood. Mm-hmm. It's like a fraternity. I don't think that's the same level right now. No one really has a lot of chemistry with each other unless you're like Roman Reigns and like Seth Rollins. They got chemistry together. Roman Reigns and his cousins, the Usos, who's also The Rock's cousins, who's also so the Usos, Jay and Jimmy Uso, they're twins. You know who their daddy is? Rikishi.
Shit.
You remember Rikishi?
Yes, I do, man.
Damn it, I did. I did it again.
You did it again.
Yeah. But yeah, Rikishi, motherfucker, man. 450-pound motherfucker come out to the ring, hit the worm on you. Put you in the corner and put his booty in your face. That's where eating booty came from. Motherfuckers leave the ring with pink eye. Yeah, man. Like, man, the Attitude Era to me though is still like the best era in wrestling.
Oh man, it was incredible because it's like, even if I was an adult, like even if I were to like not have any context about that period of wrestling, and if I were to watch that today, like I would be entertained.
Yeah. Who's gonna come out in a Zamboni spraying beer on folks? You know, who's gonna bring a Miller Lite beer truck in the fucking arena and spray beer on folks? Who's gonna stand in the fucking middle of the ring flipping motherfuckers off while drinking fucking beer? Rock, come down here, have beer. You have beer with me? You have beer with me? Yeah, boom, cheers. Chug the beer. Fuck you, give him a stunner. Then you hear the glass break. Dun, 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 dun. And then the memories is just hearing, do you smell
La, 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 la.
with the Rock? It's good. Dun, 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 dun. Rock said, like,
dude, we, honestly, man, we could probably do about like 3 or 4
episodes on this
about
shit.
the Attitude Era. And I don't even know if we covered all of it.
No, we couldn't.
Hey, do you remember D'Lo Brown?
Yes, I do remember D'Lo Brown.
He had one of the best intro music of all time,
I
think. He just walked back and forth.
And then gets ass whooped.
There's Mark Henry. There's the whole China thing. I mean, I don't even know. Like, it's just so much.
Yeah, man. It's, oh, God, that was so.
Generation X, X-Pac. Oh, jeez.
I got 2 words for you. Suck it. If you didn't know, you better earn somebody.
It's like Jeff Jarrett. That's who Ric Flair played in his last match.
Yeah. God, Jeff Jarrett. God dang. Breaking fucking guitars over motherfuckers' head.
I think he's from Nashville.
Yeah, he is. He's a homeboy. Yeah. Like, God bless, man. That old shit. Man, I used to. This is how I first got into wrestling. So, my godfather, my Uncle Paint, that's his real name, Paint. Not a nickname. His fucking name was Paint. Well, his middle name was Paint. His first name was Nathaniel. My Uncle Paint got me into it. He lived in East St. Louis, Illinois. We used to go up there all the time. And he showed me old 70s wrestling shit. Road Dogg, Bull, the black motherfucker. Hulk Hogan when he first came out. Andre the Giant. And he showed me. My first time I watched WrestleMania 3. He had it on fucking tape. That's how old I am. And I watched that shit. Ming Jin Okerlund was there. He was young Ming Jin. I was like, this shit's great. This is when Vince McMahon's daddy was still alive, and Vince McMahon was on the commentary table.
Oh yeah.
That's how long ago that was. But he had recorded on videotape, and I was like, Bull, Junkyard Dog, Mr. T, Hulk Hogan when he was first starting out, British Bulldog.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. The cream will always rise to the top. Yeah, that motherfucker did a lot of cocaine. Off topic. It's just popping in my head. I'm sorry. Squirrel moment. You ever listen to Randy Savage's rap album?
I had no idea that shit existed. You know other facts?
How do you not know that existed?
I didn't.
It came out in like, what was it, 2000? It was 2001. It was 2001 or 2. Yeah.
Never heard of it. But did you ever see Wonder Years or what's that other fucking show? The Wonder Years or Boy Meets World?
Yeah.
Ben Savage and Fred Savage are Randy Savage's sons.
Sons, yeah. I knew that.
I didn't. Hello. Big Boss, you there?
I'm here. I'm just
Hello.
it does not compute.
I didn't know he had a fucking album, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man, listen to that shit. Hogan, you're a bitch. Hogan. Yeah, he had a full-fledged. It was right before, it was a couple years, he released that a couple years before he died. Full-fledged rap album. He don't cuss on it. Only thing he says like hell and damn. But other than that, he don't really cuss. He don't cuss on it. This is after he found God and everything. And fuck you, Hogan. I think he did say fuck you, Hogan, though. Fuck you, Hogan. He, but cocaine and steroids killed that motherfucker.
That's a hell of a drug.
The cream will always rise to the top.
Man, we started this episode. I was like, yeah, we'll be able to like talk about everything and like
slap it to a Slim Jim.
Yeah, man, like we started this episode and I was just like, yeah, we'll probably be able to talk about everything in like our time frame and
now I'm realizing